Today's Our Daily Bread devotional scripture reading is from James chapter 5, verses 13 through 16. Is anyone among you in trouble? Let them pray. Is anyone happy? Let them sing songs of praise. Is anyone among you sick? Let them call the elders of the church to pray over them and anoint them with oil in the name of the Lord. And their prayer offered in faith will make the sick person well. The Lord will raise them up. If they have sinned, they will be forgiven. Therefore, confess your sins to each other and pray for each other so that you may be healed. The prayer of a righteous person is powerful and effective. Let's pray. Dear Father, we thank you for the example of those who faithfully pray for us. Help us to follow their example and to continually lift up our friends and family to you and trust you for their care. We thank you for your love that helps us to persevere. It's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Thanks for listening today. I'm Rochelle Traub, and today's encouragement was provided by Our Daily Bread Ministries.
Time to rise and shine. Time to get up. Let's do it. Rough and tough, airborne, every day we run to the sun. Time to get up.
Down in the mess hall on my knees. Down in the mess hall on my knees. We got nothing to eat but a can of beans. Nothing to eat but a can of beans.
The bread is moldy and the meat was bad.
The bread was molded and the meat was bad.
You know darn well that you can't eat that.
Hey, you know darn well that you can't eat that. Here we go, all the way, gotta be.
That's right, time to rise and shine. PT's coming up next. Let's get it. Say it. Knees and no breathe. Now that I'm here, I'm gonna do it right. Jump from an aircraft while in flight.
We're driving on. Early one morning in the drizzling rain.
Well, I picked up my parachute and boarded the plane. Jump master said 1 minute to go. Green light lead to the steering blow. Oh, come on now. It's a Monday morning. You can't be tired. You just got off the weekend break. Come on. All the way. Rough and tough. Airborne. All right, it's time for PT. Let's hit it. Let's get the street. Let's knock this out. They're gonna get some coffee, some creamed beef, and some toast. But right now, it's time to do the running thing. There we go. Every day. My name on the dotted line. All I do is double time. Oh yeah. Up the hill. Down the hill. Oh. Airborne. C-130 rolling down the strap. Airborne daddy gonna take a little trip. Oh yeah. Hook up, shuffle to the door. And jump right out and count to 4. Oh yeah. Don't open wide. I got a reserve by my side. And if that one should fail me too, look out below, 'cause I'm coming through. Oh yeah. There we go. Hey, everywhere. Hey, every day. On the O-drop zone. Box me up and send me home. Tell my girls upon my chest. tell my girl I did my best. Oh, 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 yeah. Hey, all the way. Hey, every day. Woo! Okay, what a way to start a Monday. That's kind of tough. But we made it through it. And now, let us pay homage to all of our armed forces of these United States of America. Spent a little time out on Alabama National Guard the last few days. Enjoyed myself out there meeting the old guys, with the old green machine on. Feeling pretty good out there. I was trying to re-sign up, and they told me I was too old, brother. You're too old. Okay, all right, we got it. We good. Just needed a uniform. So I feel important. And good morning to Montgomery Sanitation Department. Good morning, guys. Good morning to the Montgomery Sheriff Department, the Montgomery Police Department. Dale Albert, those guys, we may got a lot of folks shooting around here, but they getting the perp walk now, baby. You're going to go on TV. You just not just going to get there and do wrong and then go to jail, get free food. Oh, no, we're going to put you all over the news. Some of this has got to stop. Yes. So I'm going to give some credit to the chief because you can't stop these idiots from shooting each other, but you certainly can do something when you find them. Says me up in a nice studio. Woo! Okay, maybe idiots is kind of a harsh word. Let's back off of that one a little bit. We can't stop people from shooting one another, but maybe we can put them all in jail. And good morning to good morning to Montgomery Fire Department. And listen, also let's say good morning to the mayor, His Honor, Stephen Lewis Reed. We call him SLL, not just SLR. No, that's not the Southeastern Rodeo. I'm just saying, yeah. Stephen Lewis Reed. Good morning to him, and all the folks down at the head shed downtown. And also, I don't normally do this, but it looks like we almost made it through another school year. So, let's say good morning to our school board administrators, who I think are mostly lost most of the time. But who knows? I'm looking for one big change coming next year. If I get that, I'll shut up. I'm going to see if I can start a PTA. How do you start that anyway? I need to be in charge of it. And last but certainly not least, the United States Marine Corps, whose motto is Semper Fidelis. But the Marines could not pronounce that, so we had to make it short. We just say Semper Fi. Well, whether it's Semper Fidelis or Semper Fi, it means the same thing. And what is that? It means always, not sometimes. Always faithful. Good morning, Jarheads. Hoorah! And we'll be right back after these commercial messages.
A first alert weather forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by AC by Luquire.
Over here, over there, you can hit
service the Riverview since 1983. Contact them for your heating, cooling, and plumbing needs. Visit acbyluquire.com for a list of services and offers today. That's acbyluquire.com. License number 84417.
Morning rain and storms today through about lunchtime, and some of those storms could be strong to severe, something to keep in mind. By later this afternoon, things quiet down, we dry out, and the sun comes back out. Temperatures today will be well up into the 70s. For tonight, we'll be down into the 50s. It should be a quiet night with some rain late, and that rain will continue into the first half of Tuesday. Tuesday highs around 70, then we're dry. That's your first alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Seabury for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. Right now, things are looking pretty good. School not starting for a couple of hours for most of the river region due to the weather last night, so traffic is going to be light. If you see something giving you trouble with traffic, safely contact us. We'll pass the info along. Registration for summer classes going on now at Trenton State. Scholarships are available. Trenton State, today's college for tomorrow's world. Buckle up, it's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch traffic, this is Major Delay.
Attention River Region listeners, take advantage of 4 new tires with no money down at Chico's Auto Pros, Montgomery's #1 rated tire store. Chico's Auto Pros.
You may not know it, but esports broadcasting has the same level of complexity as traditional sports. This week, the industry saw the departure of Esports Engine co-founder and president Adam Apicella. Esports Engine is one of the main production and event companies for esports and works directly in League of Legends esports as well as the Call of Duty League. While it's just business, industry workers wonder about the ripple effects that this could cause.
The latest esports and gaming news. Find it online at checkpointxp.com.
Whether you own a local business or a global one, you know that these days, generating growth is a challenge. By teaming with Bank of America, you'll not just stay ahead of the curve, you'll move it. With access to experts, award-winning insights, and business solutions so powerful, you'll make every move matter, locally and globally. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. What would you like the power to do? Copyright 2023 Bank of America, N.A.
From local town councils to Capitol Hill, agents who are realtors are standing up for what's right. We're here protecting property rights. Here advocating for the issues that affect our neighborhoods. Here championing fair and equitable housing for all. Because we are realtors, bound by a code of ethics, driven to serve our communities. We're here for it all. Here for you. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.
Wait, aren't these all charitable donations?
At Magda's Tax Prep, every person counts.
Do not have to file for an extension.
She needs new auditors to maximize returns on her family time.
Itemized deductions. Hey, can someone help with these 1099?
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Our hiring platform instantly connects you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Come fix my home, Bill Bradley.
Come fix my home. You'll learn it right away.
My faucet's leaking. There's water on the floor. Can't take it one more day. Come fix my home, Bill Bradley. Come fix my home. I know you won't delay. For one flat rate price, I know it will be right. Bill Bradley, won't you please fix my home? Come fix my home, Bill Bradley. Come fix my home. I know you won't delay. For one flat rate price, I know it will be right. Bill Bradley, won't you please fix my home?
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job in ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Hi neighbors, it's Eric Cresswell here at Towson Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Right now we have great inventory and the new 2023 models are still arriving daily. Come by and test drive the 2023 Ram Bighorn Quad Cab. Most truck owners know that Ram is the best driving, most comfortable, most handsome truck on the road today. Join us now during Ram Truck Days to make your best deal. Drive a little, save a lot. TowsonAutomotive.com. Sale ends March 31st.
He's the voice of the conservative millennial.
Ben Shapiro.
The Ben Shapiro Show, tonight at 8 p.m. on News Radio 14.
And good morning. Okay, now you know it's Monday morning, right? You know it's Monday morning, so I have to play my my audio piece to get you guys in the right frame of mind. It is 6:36 in the morning, and this is a simple. I play it a lot, but it's very important, and it's about being kind to one another, not just people you like, not just people you know, but even the people you don't know. Sometimes, we need to practice more of that, I think. But anyway, it's called Be Kind. And I think you will appreciate it. At least I hope you do anyway. And then we'll move on to other things like the legal word of the day and lessons of life. We'll be back.
Wonderful concept, that vital virtue that unfortunately and regrettably is often forgotten, the virtue of kindness. Be kind. I want you to hear a story. 20 years ago, I drove a cab for a living. When I arrived at 2:30 in the morning, the building was dark except for a single light in a ground floor window. Under these circumstances, many cab drivers would just honk once or twice, wait a minute, then drive away. But I had seen too many impoverished people who depended on taxis as their only means of transportation to drive away. Unless the situation smelled of danger, I always went to the door. So I walked to the door and knocked. Just a moment, answered a frail, elderly voice. For after a long pause, the door opened. A small woman in her 80s stood before me. By her side was a small nylon suitcase. Would you carry this bag out to the car for me? She said. I took the suitcase out and returned to assist the woman. She took my arm and walked slowly toward the curb. She kept thanking me for my kindness. It's nothing, I told her. I just try to treat all my passengers the way I would want my mother treated. When we got in the cab, she gave me an address. Then she said, oh, by the way, could you drive through downtown? It's not the shortest way. Oh, I don't mind. I'm in no hurry. I'm on my way to a hospice. I looked in the rearview mirror and her eyes were glistening. I don't have any family left, she said, almost to herself. The doctor says I don't have very long. I quietly reached over and shut off the meter. What route would you like me to take? For the next 2 hours, we drove all around the city. She showed me the building where she had once worked as an elevator operator. We drove through the neighborhood where she and her husband had lived when they were newlyweds. She had me pull up in front of a furniture warehouse that had once been a ballroom where she had gone dancing as a girl. Sometimes she'd ask me to slow down in front of a particular building or corner. She would sit staring into the darkness, saying nothing. As the first hint of sun was creasing the horizon, she suddenly said, okay, I'm ready. Let's go now. We drove in silence to the address she had given me. It was a low building. 2 orderlies came out to the cab. As soon as we pulled up, they were solicitous and intent. Watching her every move, they were expecting her. I opened the trunk, took out the small suitcase, carried it to the door. The woman was already seated in a wheelchair. How much do I owe you? She asked. No, you don't owe me anything, I said. Oh, you have to make a living, she answered. Oh, there are other passengers, I responded. Almost without thinking, I bent over and gave her a hug. She held on to me tightly. You gave an old woman a little bit of joy, she said. Thank you. I squeezed her hand, then walked into the dim morning light. Behind me, a door shut. It was the sound of the closing of a life. I drove aimlessly, lost in thought for the rest of the day. I could hardly talk. What if that woman had gotten in an angry driver earlier that morning, or one who was impatient? What if I had refused to take the run, or had honked once and driven away? On a quick review, I don't think I have done anything more important in all my life. I love that story. Sort of helps me allow life to make up its mind again. You need to remember that story. The times you will want to be anything but kind. Because it is so much easier to bear a grudge and hate in return, or get back, or get even. Hate destroys the vessel it's kept in. Revenge never healed a wound. There's one thing all of us have in common: we've been mistreated by somebody. Some of you have known abuse, misunderstanding, and all of this has a way of siphoning your tank of kindness. It can make you hard. You can get on with hard. You can get along with it. In fact, some will even respect you more because you're tough. But I urge you not to be. Be kind, tenderhearted, forgiving one another. When I'm truly free of revenge and bitterness, there is plenty of room in my heart left for kindness. And not until. Do what's right. Do justice. Love kindness. Walk humbly with your God.
Maybe you were born a really nice person with a gentle, sweet personality, and being kind to people comes pretty naturally to you, but I think more of the globe is not that way than is. And the good news is we can change.
It's amazing what one kind word can do. We don't think anything about it, but to the other person, it breathes life into their spirit. Our words have the power to lift people, to help them get through a challenge, to push them into their destinies. When you tell someone, I love you, I'm proud of you, you did great on that project, you're not just being kind, those are healing words. We don't know what people are going through. They may smile on the outside, but on the inside, they're hurting, they're lonely, they're discouraged. Many people have wounds from the past, wounds from a relationship that didn't work out, wounds from people trying to push them down. Just a simple word of encouragement. I believe in you. I'm praying for you. A simple compliment. You look beautiful today. It's no big deal to you, but to them, it's helping heal the wounds. It's lifting their spirits. It's causing them to believe in themselves. Your words can be what keeps them moving forward. And God puts people in our lives on purpose so we can bring healing. Letting people know that you care does more than you imagine. You have the power to put someone on their feet. You have the power to keep them from falling into depression. You have the power to cause them to pursue their dreams. Be free with your compliments. You can think well of your friend all day long, but if you never tell them, they'll never know. God wouldn't have brought it up if he didn't want you to tell them. He wouldn't have put that thought in you if the other person didn't need it. You may not know them. It may not make sense to you, but God knows what he's doing. There's a reason they need your healing.
Don't withhold it. Don't try to reason it out. In my early 20s, a young man started coming up to the gym to play basketball with us. He was a loner. He was very unfriendly, very cold. He never talked. Even during the games, he wouldn't interact with us. Most of the guys just ignored him. Something down in here told me to reach out to him and make him feel welcome. I found out that his name was Bo. When he would come into the gym, I would go over and say, "Hey, Bo, it's great to see you today." He never said anything. He just hit his chest twice and walked away. I didn't know what that meant, but I hit my chest twice and walked away. This went on for several years. I saw him 4 or 5 times a week. Well, I stopped playing basketball there, and I hadn't seen Bo in over 20 years. One Sunday, he showed up at church. I saw him afterwards. I thought, where do I know this guy from? He said, "I'm Bo. We used to play basketball together." That's the most I'd ever heard him talk. He went on to tell how he grew up in the projects. At 14, he started living on his own. Nobody wanted him. He never felt loved or accepted. He said, "One of the main reasons I went up to the gym was to hear you say, 'Great to see you today,' because nobody had told me that they were glad to see me." Those simple words, letting him know that I cared, were like life-giving water. Today, Bo is married. He introduced me to his children. He's setting a new standard for his family. What am I saying? Nobody is in your life by accident. Don't ignore what you feel on the inside. That compassion to encourage them, that desire to be their friend. Take time to make them feel loved. Doesn't have to be something big. Just good to see you. I believe in you. I'm praying for you. Just let them know that you care.
Being kind doesn't take a lot out of you, but it sure gives other people a lot to be thankful for. Good morning to you. It's time to rise and shine. It's 6:48 in the morning, and now it is time for Lessons of Life and the legal word of the day. Now, the legal word of the day is just in case you find yourself on the other side of a gavel, and some guy up there looking at you like you're crazy, and speaking all these big old words that they know we don't know what the hell they mean, and even when we do know what the hell they mean, they'll tell us that it don't really mean what it says it means. Okay, like Clinton, it depends on what is. Okay, gotcha. Anyway, the legal word of the day is joint administration. Now, just in case you happen to hear this in your proceedings, it is a court-approved mechanism under which 2 or more cases can be administered together, assuming no conflicts of interest. Of course, these separate businesses or individuals can pool their resources, hire the same professional, etc. So I don't know exactly what that means, but it sounds pretty clear to me. A joint administration, a court-approved mechanism under which 2 or more cases can be administered together. Now, that's assuming there are no conflicts of interest. These separate businesses or individual can pool their resources and hire the same people. So, sounds good to me. Don't know exactly what it means, but you might, if 3 of y'all got screwed by the police, same police, you might want to have a joint administration. I don't know. But for the most part, though, the police did a pretty good job. I can't, until they come get me, then I'm going to complain. Anyway, so that's the legal word of the day. Joint administration is when you pool your resources and together with somebody else with the same kind of case, I presume. But ask your lawyer, okay, and ask your judge about that, because I'm not a lawyer or a judge. I'm like the Ben Matlock of the airways. I just give you my point of view. Anyway, good morning to you. Lessons of life today, simple, nothing big time, but it is absolutely important that you understand what are lessons of life. These are the things we learn by living. It's kind of like running a mile. You'll never know what it's like to run a mile until you run the mile. You can't think about it. You don't know jack about it. All you know is what you saw somebody else do. but you don't know the test, and therefore you have no testimony. So, lessons of life, these are the things that folks, if you listen to them, these are the things that will help you along the way, especially if you're young. I doubt if anybody's done. And don't forget, school's starting 2 hours late today because they're waiting for some more rain or something to come. Anyway, so school's going to start about, I think about 9 o'clock today. Okay, so I'm just saying you might want to keep that in mind so y'all can put them in the car right time. Okay, about 9. Okay, lesson of life today, and today is the 27th day of March. Truth. Let's talk about truth for a second. Truth is neither right or wrong. It stands solely on its own. Okay. It is no such thing as certain degrees of truth. It is one or the other. It is either right or wrong. It has nothing to do with your opinion. Truth is absolute. As a matter of fact, it's one of the few absolutes in the universe. So truth is neither right nor wrong. It stands solely on its own. Truth does not have a moral component to it. It is either is or it is not true. Okay? It's one or the other. It has nothing to do with your opinion. Truth is absolute. As a matter of fact, it's one of the few absolutes in the whole universe. Check that out and see if I'm telling you the truth. All right? It is March 27th. It is the 86th day of the year, believe it or not, of 2023. It was on this day in 1977, aviation's worst disaster. 583 people were killed when a KLM Boeing 747 attempting to take off in heavy fog crashed into a Pan Am 747 on an airport runway in the Canary Islands. So that's how that happened. 1513, Spanish explorer Jean Ponce de Leon, whatever his name is, sighted present-day Florida. Prove it to me. Show me the video. 1625, Charles I acceded to the English throne upon the death of James. 1933, Japan officially withdrew from the League of Nations. 1942, during World War II, Congress granted American servicemen free first-class mailing privileges. Well, what they take that away for? Okay, when you're overseas, you need a letter. I'm just trying to tell you, you need a letter. So we need to bring that back. Well, I'm talking about we all just be able to write the letter, man, put the letter in the mail, and let it roll. 1958, Nikita Khrushchev became the Soviet premier in addition to first secretary of the Communist Party. Yeah, Khrushchev is the one that said America at some point will be a bunch of useful idiots. Was it right? We'll see. 1964, Alaska was hit by a magnitude 9.2 earthquake, the strongest record in North America, and its tsunamis that together claimed 130 lives. In 1968, Soviet cosmonaut Yuri Gagarin, whatever his name is, Gagarin, close to it, the first man to orbit the Earth in 1961, died when his MiG-15 jet crashed during a routine training flight over Moscow. He was 34 years old. The year was 1975. Construction began on the transatlantic pipeline, which was completed 2 years later. The year was 1980. 123 workers died when a North Sea floating oil platform, the Alexander Keelan, capsized during a storm. Yeah. You know, I thought about going out there and working on the rig, but you know, I'm out there in the middle of the ocean on something that man made. Yeah. I call those people braver than special forces guys. Okay, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I don't care what's out there. I'm not standing on an oil rig in the middle of the ocean, something that man made. I don't think so. But always got a lot of, listen, I thought paratroopers and rangers and all that stuff was tough. I got to tell you, those are some brave son of a guns out there. I'm just trying to tell you, I couldn't do it. 1995, Forrest Gump won 6 Academy Awards, including Best Picture and a second consecutive Best Actor Oscar for Tom Hanks. Jessica Lange won Best Actress for Blue Sky. And the year was 2006. Al-Qaeda conspirator Zacharias Moussaoui testified at the federal trial that he was supposed to hijack a 5th airplane on September the 11th, 2001, and fly it into the White House. And 14 years ago, President Barack Obama launched a fresh effort to defeat Al-Qaeda terrorists in both Pakistan and Afghanistan, ordering 4,000 more troops. A suicide bomber set off an explosion at a package mosque in Pakistan near the Afghan border, killing 48 people. And it was 9 years ago, face to face at the Vatican for the first time, President Barack Obama and Pope Francis focused on their mutual respect and shared concern for the poor. The U.S. Air Force took an extraordinary step in firing 9 mid-level nuclear commanders and announcing it would discipline dozens of junior officers at a nuclear missile base, responding firmly with an exam cheating scandal. A judge in Missoula, Montana, sentenced Gordon Graham to more than 30 years in prison for killing Cody Johnson, her husband. So anyway, that's some of the things that have happened on any birthdays today. 5 years ago, retired Supreme Court Justice John Paul Stevens, in an essay on the New York Times website, called for the repeal of the Second Amendment to allow the significant gun control legislation. The co-owner, I don't know about that one, but sometimes you do wonder, though. You do wonder, have we taken the Second Amendment too far? But that is for the other legal minds to figure out, and not me. But there is, when I first saw that, I said, what do you mean? But there's some, I just don't know. There just seems to be some rationale behind modifying it, if not getting rid of it. But then again, how do you modify something that that other people won't care about? I don't know. Maybe we should. I don't know. I have to think about this. Let me think about this. I'll be back. I'll think about how to modify the Second Amendment. I can hear everybody go, what? Modify the Second Amendment. We'll be back.
Your WSFA 12 news update on News Radio 14.
We need to modify the Second Amendment.
Jasmine Williams at WSFA 12 News. Here's what's happening this Monday. Severe weather swept through our area overnight, and as a result,
I don't know how we're going to modify it.
Are delaying start times this morning. Those districts include Governor Public Schools, Ottawa County Schools, Alexander City Schools, Elmore County Schools, Pike Road Schools, Tallapoosa County Schools, and Tallahassee City Schools. And there are thousands of people without power right now due to the severe weather in our area, including Alabama Power customers, Dixie Electric customers, and Central Electric customers. Crews are working to restore service in areas when it is safe to do so. Storm damage has also been reported in our area. In Prattville, trees are down and some homes are damaged due to Pierce Trace and Thomas Lane. Residents reported seeing golf ball size hail in Phoenix City, and we're right now getting reports from Macon County. For the latest, visit WSFA.com. I'm Jasmine Williams with your morning headlines.
WLWI-AM, the home of the Ben Shapiro Show, and heard on 95.1 HD3 FM, Montgomery, the Cumulus Media Station.
This is the CBS World News Roundup, presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. Silicon Valley Bank customers, don't be surprised this morning when you see your branch has a new name. The FDIC says First Citizens is buying a large chunk of the bankrupt bank. CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger.
First Citizens is based in North Carolina. It was the 30th largest bank as of the end of last year, had $109 billion in assets. It's now about to purchase $119 billion in deposits from Silicon Valley Bank and about $72 billion of SVB's loans.
Tales of terror and survival are emerging from parts of Mississippi devastated by a massive tornado.
I need to grab the top of the tub and pull it down over my head so the rain and the lightning won't strike me. And 5 minutes later, it was over.
Andre Williams describing the EF4 twister that tore through Rolling Fork. More than 24 people were killed in Sharkey and Humphreys counties, where the poverty rate tops 30%. There's more dangerous weather in the forecast for parts of the South today. Turmoil in Israel after the prime minister fired his defense minister when he spoke out against Benjamin Netanyahu's plan to overhaul the country's justice system. Correspondent Charlie Daggett is at the foreign desk.
Israel is bracing for further protests today, and the prime minister is facing the greatest threat yet to his coalition government. There are now reports that he may halt that overhaul following a long night of nationwide demonstrations.
They brought outgoing flights to a stop at Ben Gurion Airport. Officials in Philadelphia say the water is safe to drink, at least through tonight, after thousands of gallons of non-toxic latex finishing solution leaked into the Delaware River. It's triggered a run on bottled water.
They're just closing down the water fountains, like water systems, so students are required to bring their own water to school.
My buddies actually saw people fighting to purchase water in the Costco and then ended up seeing them reselling it in the parking lot at a markup.
Prince Harry's made a surprise return to the UK today.
Clad in a neat blue suit, flanked by 2 burly bodyguards, a smiling Duke of Sussex strode through the gates of the High Court in London. Harry has joined with several other celebrities, including Elton John and Liz Hurley, who accused the Daily Mail of phone hacking, bugging, and illegally obtaining their private medical records. The Mail has called the allegations preposterous. A judge will hear arguments over the next 4 days as to whether the case can proceed. Vicky Barker, CBS News, London.
Keanu Reeves crushes it at the box office.
42 regular, wasn't it?
Yeah. John Wick 4 debuted with a massive $73.5 million, far surpassing the take for any opening weekends for the previous 3 movies. S&P futures up 24. This is CBS News.
Hire with minimal effort and maximum success with Indeed. Their powerful hiring platform helps you attract, interview, and hire candidates all in one place. Visit Indeed.com/credits.
Have you Googled yourself lately? Are there negative posts from an ex-employee or a former client? Maybe an outdated news article or sensitive personal information about your family? Search engines don't always get it right, but right or wrong, it's your reputation on the line. That's where Reputation Defender by Norton comes in. One of the most trusted names in online reputation repair, Reputation Defender has been fixing people's search results for over 15 years. Their cutting-edge approaches help you to wipe away unwanted information in your search results. They also promote the good stuff so that it rises to the top, helping you put your best foot forward. Your good name is too valuable to leave to the whims of a Google algorithm. Take control with Reputation Defender. You can start by getting your free reputation report card at reputationdefender.com or call 800-401-6681 to speak to an expert. That's 800-401-6681.
U.S. Capitol Police are ready to ask Congress for a 14% budget increase for next year.
The request coming this week follows growing concerns about violent threats against members of Congress and the ongoing efforts to prevent a recurrence of the violence that occurred during the January 6th attack. Since then, the department has been actively recruiting to maintain its workforce as it faces a series of retirements and resignations after the riot at the Capitol. The increase would bring the budget request to $840 million. If approved, it would give Congress's internal police department approximately as much annual funding as the entire Philadelphia Police Department. Linda Kenyon, CBS News, Washington.
Uber Eats says too many choices are confusing customers. Wall Street Journal says the delivery service is slashing thousands of online-only brands from its app because it's clogged with restaurants that list multiple delivery options with different names, but the same menu. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Managing your online presence takes time, effort, and expertise. It can overwhelm even the savviest business owner. So, meet Cumulus Boost. We're experts at boosting the online presence for businesses of every type. We make sure potential customers can easily find you and really like what they find. Your website, online listings, consumer reviews, and more. Cumulus Boost. Online at cumulusboost.com. CUMULUS Boost.com.
Research shows that successful ad campaigns share 8 characteristics. Radio is the only local media option that delivers all 8 of them. Radio reaches your potential customers close to the point of purchase. It provides local consumer interactions with emotional connections that build trust and credibility for your business. Radio is unskippable and quick. We get your message out in 24 to 48 hours, and radio is very affordable. That's why radio consistently gives you the highest return on investment, and it's also why it should always be your base media buy. Research also confirms that marketing campaigns generate even higher returns, starting at a 19% lift when they are on more than one platform. That's why Cumulus offers a variety of effective digital solutions to enhance your base radio buy. At Cumulus, we are your one-stop shop to deliver a coordinated radio and digital campaign that will get your business results. Hi, I'm Sonia Thompson, and it's my job to get your business results on News Radio 1440. To learn more about how to get started, go to newsradio1440.com and click on Grow Your Business.
Join Sean Hannity Sundays at 3 p.m. for the Encore Show.
Chinese, the Russians don't fear Joe Biden.
On News Radio 1440.
Yeah. Okay. So what are we going to talk about today? Speaking of a bridge over troubled water, wow, what happened in Mississippi was kind of tough. And not only did it happen in Mississippi, it happened in some other place down south also. I think Alabama got a little bit of that. So I was waiting to hear the roaring sound last night, but the tornado was going to come through here. I had my escape route already planned. Okay, I mean, I was ready to roll, get under the bed or something. I don't know. Or there's some. What do you do when there's no place to go? Woo! What a situation to be in sometimes. I mean, when there ain't no place to go, where do you go? You pray. Yes. You know, but it happens every year. It happens. The weather every year has a tendency to change the atmosphere of the earth. Not the atmosphere of the earth, but it gets ready for the spring, summer, and fall. It happens every year. Wow. I saw somebody with California houses up there. You know, see that you pay for that beauty. You know, you pay for that when you got a house on top of the mountain. You pay for that. You pay for that picturesque beauty. You pay for that by your house falling off the hills. Okay, every once in a while the house just falls down. Okay, I'm just saying you pay for that kind of beauty, and you find sooner or later that it's kind of like Mount St. Helens. You know, when you sit next to a mountain that's an active volcano, I mean, sooner or later it's gonna blow up. You know, sooner or later. So I won't be putting any future houses I got on top of a hill. Anyway, good morning to all of you. Our numbers are 860-1440. I believe the phone is working now. You can text me 274-3411. 274-3411 if you want to, if you don't want to be heard on the I got a lot of things to talk. Now some things I was going to talk about today, I'm gonna hold off till tomorrow because Judge Hardwick's going to be here tomorrow, and he has he's championing a cause which you know how to get. See, when you want to get judges on there, you can't get them on the air because they don't really want to talk to you. Well, they can't talk about this and they can't talk about that, but when I get the call, you know, I have to lend the an ear to what Judge Hardwick has to say. Been down there 27 years anyway, so he all know a couple of things. Okay, I don't know exactly what he wants. Well, I know what he wants to talk about, but him and I are going to have a little bit of philosophical disagreement, but nothing that we're worrying about. You know, at the end of the day, I'm the host, he's the judge. So hey, you know, I don't put anybody in jail or fine anybody or anything like that. Unless I can put you in talk radio jail, I can do that for you. Anyway, 860-1440 is the number here. Good morning to my Facebook listeners over there. Good morning, Christine, Tim. How you doing? All the folks over there. Not a whole lot of people over there. I'm trying to get 100 people in that thing one of these mornings, and I can't seem to ever do it. Maybe I got to put on a better campaign or something like that. But anyway, plus we got other things to talk about. What else we got to talk about? We got some more things to talk about. Okay, let me put that over there wherever that is. Okay. I got my little paper right here someplace. Well, I had it right there someplace anyway. Okay. Let's see what it is on the phone line that I don't know who it is. Good morning. Who's this? I'm doing fine. Uh, no, no, I wouldn't. No, I would not. No, I didn't. I never said. I've never said I did not believe in God. And again, that's an opinion of mine. I don't think that most human beings have a slightest idea what that means. But that's just my thinking, though. I ain't trying to change your mind. You do what you got to do. I didn't say that either. I just said people. It's like people will say, wait a minute. People say, I love oatmeal. I love my car. No, they don't. They just say it because, but right, but they still don't. They still use the word love often and without don't know what the hell it is. Okay, and again, I know that. I know that too. But that's got nothing to do whether or not the words coming out of your mouth mean anything. Yeah, yeah. Okay, and I'm not. You always get in my case about it, but I'm probably the only guy in secular radio that has the conversation every week about beliefs. I'm probably the only person. So I don't know why you're getting on my case. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Listen. I don't worry about other people, and I wish you wouldn't worry about me so much. You don't know what's in my heart. But you don't. I mean, you don't know what's in my heart. You don't know what I feel. You don't really know. You got one thing on your mind, and that's it. Anyway, so how about just stay off my case, and you just worry about your case? Yeah, I hear you, brother. Okay. Well, I'll stand by what I say. So you don't stop trying to change me. I won't change. I believe what I believe. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. 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 God knows what love is. A man sometimes just say the words. And tell me something I've said that I don't know what I'm talking about. Well, just no, just tell me. Give me one. Hey, just give me one thing. Give me one thing I say that you don't believe I know what I'm talking about. Well, okay, but it is still better to be on top of the ground than the ground on top of you. Wait a minute. You cannot wait. You cannot tell me what I think is wrong if it's what I think. Anyway, Ed, enough of you. Bye. Okay then. Good morning. Who's this? Yes. Mm, yeah. Yeah. It's mm, in a place to stay. Yeah. Yeah. And some of them folks got to start all. I mean, I don't know where they're gonna begin. Yeah. Yeah. Mm, exactly. Yep. Mm-hmm. All right. Appreciate it. Yeah, I saw those all of those homes and vehicles and whole town got wiped out. And I forgot exactly what part of Mississippi that is. That is well. Before I get to that, also we are on this day we are celebrating certain things. International Whiskey Day. I don't know, never had whiskey, but it's that day, and the National Acoustic Soul Day. Also, the National Joe Day. If you if you if your name is Joe today, today is your day. It is 7:17 more. Now it is Quirky Music Song Titles Day. Now, so I looked this up, and you know, country songs got some interesting titles, and it's National Quirky Music Country Music Song Title. And just to give you a little bit of what they're talking about, here's some of the song titles that they put through: "Drop Kick Me Jesus Through a Goalpost of Life," "Get Your Biscuits in the Oven and Your Buns in the Bed." All right there. "Get Your Tongue Out of My Mouth because I'm Kissing You Goodbye." All right then. "Her teeth were stained, but her heart was pure." Okay. "How can I miss you if you won't go away? How can you bleed me when I say I love you when you know I've been a liar all my life?" That's the name of a country song. "I've been roped and thrown by Jesus into the Holy Ghost corral." Okay. I've changed I've changed her oil. She changed my life. Okay then. "I don't know whether to kill myself or go bowling." And these are all some country song names. "I flushed you from the toilet of my heart. I keep forgetting that I forgot about you." Okay. "I want to whip your cow." I don't know what that's all about, but that's one of them country songs. "I wouldn't take her to a dog fight because I'm afraid she'd win." All right then. "I'd rather have a bottle in front of me than a frontal lobotomy." Okay. "I'm just a bug on a windshield of life." I know how you feel on that one. "I'm the only hell mama ever raised. I've been flushed from the bathroom of her heart." I mean, some of these songs. "I got the hungry for you love, and I'm waiting for you in the welfare line." Okay then. All right. Okay. One more. "I can't do number one in your life, then number two on you." Okay then. And one last more. One more. "If love were oil, I'd be a quart low." And those are just some of the things, some of the songs that country music people have put out. It's also National Viagra Day. I don't even want to go there. Viagra made the impact on the pharmaceutical industry as well as public consciousness. World Theater Day. Okay, I'm with you. All right, I'm with you. So that's a. I don't know what the National Viagra Day thing is all about, but hey, okay then. Also, there are new photos around and showing the progress of the Montgomery Whitewater. It looks pretty good from the air. I know I about know where it's at, but I don't know how I miss it, but I miss it all the time. I go down Maxwell Boulevard. Somebody says it's over there. I don't exactly know where. Then I thought it was out there by the golf course, but I guess it's not there either. This thing is so big. How come I can't find it? I can't find the water park. Anyway, new photos and videos show the construction progress being made at the Montgomery Whitewater. The images posted in the Montgomery Advertiser and the Montgomery Whitewater Facebook page show 120 acres. That's another thing. It's 120 acres. How come I keep missing it? Where's it at? How can I see it? I mean, I got to be in a helicopter to see it. Of course, 120 acres, that's kind of a lot of land. Maybe I'm just not in it. So anyway, it's somewhere out there. I don't know exactly where it is, but it's out there. It is a $65 million project, but I think it costs us a little bit more than $165 million, okay? Based on Interstate 65, and it is designed to attract more tourists to the city and provide new recreational activity for the resident. And I'm all for it. Okay, so it went up. It went up. The prices went up on it. But I want to bring people to Montgomery for more than just to celebrate the rotten past of some people did in this state, in this city. I want to bring people here to celebrate Montgomery, not to bury us and feel sorry for what happened. We know those things happen. We can't undo. You can't unring the bell. You cannot put the round back in the pistol once it's shot out. Okay. Anyway, the park is expected to open sometime in the summer this year. We'll see how that works out. Okay. But anyway, so I know there's naysayers out there. There are naysayers out there who don't that don't think the park is worth anything. Also, want to also give some kudos to the what's her name? Thornton, Christy Thornton, who is the EMA director. They got some safer places shelter open in Montgomery, and these places they got a tornado safe room. It can withstand 250 miles an hour safe room design, and in 3 second gusts, missile impact resistant. Wow. Ooh, okay then. That's good. Anyway, safe room was manufactured by Taylor and Marie Construction Incorporated. That sounds like a good safe room. It can handle 250 mile. Okay, well, after I watch everybody else go in, I guess I'll go in and check it out. But have we tested it yet? Okay. Have we tested the safe room yet? Okay, let's pull that first test on it, and then I'll come by and look at it and see if it lasts, and then I may be really going there. Somebody says I need to be on the short bus. Listen, I don't know where it's at. I thought it was on Maxwell if I can't see the water, the white water. But I go down Fairview Avenue with an airplane, not Fairview. I go down Maxwell Boulevard. They said it was somewhere over there. So I'm going down the road. I was going down there the other day. I was headed out to base, and I'm looking. I thought it was where the water, where that plane used to be. I can't find it. What can I tell you? I know it's someplace over there, but anyway. Okay. Anyway, again, to show you the hard time that we have getting employees in our in today's market. Here's a story about a guy. Now, this Family Dollar was not, it's Family Dollar, but about a guy who was working at Family Dollar, shot a brother 15 times in an altercation. Kevin Madrid, okay, reportedly shot a customer multiple times after the two got into an argument at the Family Dollar store in Maricopa County. I think that's in Florida. I'm just saying. Also to say they found the man shot multiple times of the store and suspected the shooter, 24-year-old Kevin Ignacio Salas Madrid, with an empty gun next to him. Okay, according to the court documents, Madrid identified himself to police as the shooter and that the man shot was an alleged repeated shoplifter. Okay then, listen, there's some place you might want to shoplift, but you may not want to go in a place where this guy works. Okay, I'm just saying, you may not You know, whatever you think about shoplifting or hitting in that store, you may hit someplace else. I'm just saying. And let's talk about something as soon as I come back that I have been warning people about for years. And if you think it's a joke, oh no, it is not a joke. There's something coming, and you better be ready for it, and you better be ready to change the way you make a living, because I'm telling you, long gone are the guys where you just get out of bed in the morning and go get a job. Used to be you could do that. You was willing to work to get a job. It's not that way anymore. You better learn something. But I tell you what's coming. That's right, it's coming. Oh yeah, it's coming. And just because you say you didn't hear about it, well, sorry for you. Sucks to be you, because this is coming full force like a hurricane. And it's going to put a lot of people out of a job. What am I talking about? I'll let you know when I get back.
Traffic moving smoothly, no backups or slowdowns. Keep listening. We will keep you posted. Get ready for spring at Midtown Plaza. Shop Shoe Carnival, Cato, Cricket Wireless, Young America Insurance, and more. Midtown Plaza and Street off of I-85. Another great McClinton and Company development. Buckle up, it's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, this is Major Delay.
How many miles have you driven past your scheduled auto service checkup? A few hundred or a few thousand? Call Chico's Auto Pros today to schedule a quick service at our Atlanta Highway location.
Listen to News Radio 1440 at work. NewsRadio1440.com. At home through your Alexa or Google smart home device. Depend on it. News Radio 1440.
I'm Martin, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I love Navage. I've told you about how your nose is the body's air. The Navage's powered suction will help flush out allergens, viruses.
You know, there's something that is coming.
But what do other people say about Navage? Like Haley, quote, Navage is the best thing I've bought. I love it. My nose feels so clear now and I can breathe. I've been struggling with a stuffy nose for weeks. I bought Navage and it's amazing. Or this one. I use Navage every night, could not imagine life without it. I have 5 cats, and before I found Navage, I was a clod mess. Now I feel so much better. Unquote. Those are 2 of over 100,000 online reviews praising Navage. The all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million people to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Target, Rite Aid, and online. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
Trustworthy, consistent, reliable, the best at what they do. This is what customers are saying about Janny King, the king of clean. From office buildings to schools, healthcare facilities, and stadiums, our local franchise owners provide the same quality clean at every level. Let us put our 35 years of experience to work for you. Go to JannyKingCleans.com now. That's JANIKING Cleans.com. Franchise opportunities also available at JannyKingCleans.com.
My neighbors here, Preston here, Talented Chrysler Dodge. Right now, we have great inventory in the 2024 still arriving days. Test drive. ShopMotive.com. Sale ends March 31st.
Hey, Miss Jody.
Hey, Cody from the Rusting Outlet at American Equipment. We have a huge problem.
We have more inventory than the new warehouse will hold.
So we must dump some inventory at up to 70% off.
It's Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, 3 big days. We're having a huge warehouse inventory relinquishment sale.
Now bring the decision maker, tape measure, and trailer. These items won't last long at these low prices.
Check it out on Facebook or on our website.
Don't miss the biggest furniture sell-off the River Region has ever seen. Rusty Furniture Outlet at American Equipment.
At American Oak, we've overfilled our warehouse. We have a huge problem. There is more inventory than the newly built warehouse can hold, so we must dump some inventory at up to 70% off. This Thursday through Saturday, 3 big days, we're having a huge warehouse inventory relinquishment sale. Bring the decision maker, tape measure, and a trailer. These items won't last long at these low prices. Check it out on Facebook or buy on our website. It's first come, first available. Don't miss the biggest furniture sale the River Region has ever seen in American Oak and more.
Montgomery, Prattville, and Columbus, Georgia. Matt Parsley here with Budget Car and Truck Sales. Is your nose running, your eyes burning, and feeling like your head's going to explode? I've got your relief. It's my Budget Pollen Buster sale. Relief is here. BuyBudgetOnline.com. Now through the end of March. Buy with just $149 down. $149 down? That'll dry you up with cash in your pocket. Eyes burning from those high payments on that trade-in? Need to lower payment by hundreds or more? I'm paying up to $2,000, $3,000, and even $4,000 overbooked on the spot on some trades in 30 minutes with no online broken promises or scams. Been told no in the past? Don't fret it. Relief is finally here. Budget works with national lenders like Cap One and local credit unions. Budget's goal is to say yes, and that's yes to your credit headaches, putting them in the past. Budget's pollen busting sale ends soon. Don't miss it. For Montgomery, Prattville, and Columbus, BuyBudgetOnline.com. That's BuyBudgetOnline.com. BuyBudgetOnline.com.
He's smart, witty, and fast on the draw. It's Mark Levin this afternoon at 5 p.m. on News Radio 1440.
Okay, so I'm stuck in the 70s. What can I tell you? Anyway, good morning to you. So, what is the big thing that's coming your way 1,000 miles an hour, and there's nothing you can do to stop it, but it's certainly going to affect you? Anybody know? 860-1440. Come on, somebody's got to know. I know I'm the smartest guy in this studio this morning, but I'm sure I'm not the smartest guy in Montgomery. I'm sure. There's no ambiguity in that statement. Yeah. I'm not. But in this room, I am. I'm the smartest guy in this room. So does anybody out there know what's coming at 100 miles an hour? And there's nothing you can do about it, but it will affect you getting the job. Anybody know? 860-1440. Anybody know? Come on now. Somebody's got to know. The school board should know. The members of the school board should know. So anybody out there know what's coming? Well, when you get it, call me 860-1440. I'll let you know if you're right or not. But it is going to change. It is going to change the workforce. I mean, well, put it this way: we're going to go places we've never been in the workforce. It used to be if you were just willing to get up and go work, somebody you could find the job. Those days are coming to an end. I'm just telling you. 860-1440. Let me see if this person knows. Good morning. Who's this? Well, you close. You're close, but the chip. Well, they ain't putting one in mine. But the chips are already been here for a while. That's not. Although it has something to do with computers. With the computer thing, but it's not just the chip. Okay, I'll go ahead and tell you guys, because you guys be here all day long. Artificial intelligence, AI, it's coming. And it's coming to what? And first of all, what is AI? Well, and how does it work? Well, AI, okay, also known as artificial general intelligence, is a machine that can solve problems it's never been trained to work on, much like the human can. Okay, most cases. But what exactly? Artificial intelligence leverages computers and machines to mimic the problem solving and decision making capabilities of the human mind. So, okay, so so I'm just telling you, it's on the way. It's already being used. I think Congress is going to have to get involved. I mean, this is going. Okay, this is going to be. Don't say you didn't hear about it. Good morning. Who's this? Yes, absolutely. Which is part of the AI land. Yeah, yeah. Yes, yeah. And I tell you something else. Let's talk about prison guards. You don't need prison guards if you automate it, if you use robots for it. You don't need them. So I tell you, we better start rethinking our abilities, our willingness to work, or else people are just going to write you off. And at some point, you get done paying for a machine. You don't ever get done paying for a human. So that's right. You don't. When it gets done, dump them. Get another one. Yeah, so I don't know what we're going to do, but it's coming. It's certainly coming. Matter of fact, in some places, in McDonald's, in some parts of the world, they don't even have human beings in there. Except the guy who opens up, I guess, and you don't really need him to open up. All you gotta do is put the locks on automatic open and let people come in and punch your order in, and you got that Big Mac back there. All this. I mean, I'm just. It's worrying me that this generation, the one behind the one that's coming up now, they are going to catch hell trying to find a job. Mm, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a no. Don't need them. Don't need them. All right, yeah, don't need them. Okay, but you need to start thinking about it now. You better take up robotics in school. And if our school system does not have a robotics program, uh, then they're leaving our kids behind. Good morning. Good morning, sir. Mm, right, right. Mhm. That is true. We know folks, but the problem I got, let's say if you go to work high, and for some reason a year down the road we find out that we didn't put the screws or we didn't tighten up or the wrench. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's not, again. I mean, but now listen. If the man tells you to get this job, you need to remain, drug free. Alcohol, I guess, is legal. Hmm. Right, right. The problem is though, and again, it's like the word truth. It stands on its own. The problem is the effects of these chemicals. Just because we take a moderate view of the use of it, uh, it's still going to affect the human psyche and the human being. But you can't come to work drunk, eh? Right, right. But that's not being drunk. With yeah, yeah. No, I'm with you. But do we know the facts? But do we know that the and has I don't know if there's been a survey done or a study done. Uh, are you telling me? Yeah, right. Yeah. Well, come think about it. I smell it going down the road every time I get on it. So somebody's smoking it. But are you? But if you tell me that it does not affect the human psyche, it does not affect the ability, the agility of the person using it, then I would have to disagree. Because why take it if it does nothing for you? Because you get high. Because you get high. Well, drunk, not drunk. Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Die from DUIs than they do from recreational.
Now yeah, yeah, that's probably true. But again, I guess a person who's giving you that job has the right to say what he will accept and what they won't. Right, right. Well, that's true. Right, right. Well, I guess that's why we got AI coming. So, yeah. All right, that's true. We'll be back at 7:45 in the morning. Yeah. Robots don't get high, and they don't have to pee in a bottle. It's coming unless we do something tremendously different in our workforce. And like he said, unless we accept the fact that people gonna smoke a little Mary Jo, I don't know. We'll be back.
Good morning and welcome. I'm Sheree Stokes, Executive Director of Tech MGM, and it's a pleasure to stand before
And we are back. 860-1440 is our numbers. Talking about something important today. I know somebody said, why are you talking so negative? I'm not talking negative. I'm just talking about the life. And unfortunately, often we find ourselves behind the eight ball later on when these things could have been averted by just paying attention to what's going on in our community. And I do know that Montgomery Public Schools got a $100,000 donation about a month ago or so for robotics, but that's nothing. I mean, that's not as big as I mean as big as the budget for education in the state of Alabama. There ought to be at least $25 million set aside for robotic teaching in our schools because that's the way things are going. But that's just the way it goes. Let me see. Good morning, on there. Pretty good. But does it have? Let me ask you something. Does marijuana being in your system, however, does it change the mannerisms of you? Does it affect you mentally, physically, just because it's in the blood? Okay. So the fact that it's in your system, though, and again, I don't know, the fact that it's in your system means that it's possible that it could have an effect on your decision making process. Or is that not so? Hmm. So you're telling me that marijuana, right? So marijuana doesn't have any effect on you, even though it's still in your system. Okay. Okay. I mean, do you know this personally? I'm just asking. Okay. Right. Okay. But the issue here is this: if artificial intelligence is coming, robotics is coming, do you want to put yourself in the position to keep a job, or is getting high on marijuana more important to you than that? Okay. So AI, so AI is coming. So I think these these Fortune 500 companies got a point. Why depend on a human being when you? Yeah, yeah, yeah. And Walmart's getting bad too. Walmart's getting bad too. I guess you got to decide what it. Then you better learn something about robotics and about AI. Hey, appreciate you calling. Let me take one more call for it. Get out of this hour. You better figure out how to do something. Good morning. Morning. Yes, it has, but we didn't understand it. We didn't understand it then. Mm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Well, it's sooner or later it's going to be. I mean, some aspects of it is here. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I mean, the brain is still the brain. The brain is still the brain, still the most powerful instrument on earth. But that brain, if you put all that power into into robotics, I mean, if AI can do the things they say it can do, really, the human workforce is in jeopardy. Oh yeah, yeah. Because now that's one of the greatest. That's one of the greatest schools in America when it comes to technology. Yeah, yeah. Well, all I can say is you better learn how to fix robots or learn something about AI. Well, that was a long time ago, brother. Right. Well, even AI is gonna be driving the stuff that picks the watermelons. Mm. All right. Hey, appreciate it. Time's up this hour. We'll come back a little more. Is our employment force of their own volition eradicating their own purpose? Yeah, we'll see. All because we want to get high. We'll be back.
News update on News Radio 1440.
Good morning,
Because we want to get high.
News. Here's what's happening this Monday. Severe weather swept through our area overnight, and as a result, multiple school districts are delaying start times this morning. Those districts include Montgomery Public Schools, Pawtucket County Schools, Alexander City Schools, Elmore County Schools, Pike Grove Schools, Tallapoosa County Schools, and Tallahassee City Schools. And there are thousands of people without power right now due to the severe weather in our area, including Alabama Power customers, Dixie Electric customers, and Central Electric customers. Crews are working to restore service in areas when it is safe to do so. Storm damage has also been reported in our area. In Prattville, trees are down and some homes are damaged near Deer Place and Thomas Lane. Residents reported seeing golf ball size hail in Phoenix City, and we're right now getting reports from Macon County. For the latest, visit WSFA.com. I'm Jazz Williams, and you're
News Radio 1440 WLWI-AM, the home of Sean Hannity. Also on 95.1 HD3 FM, Montgomery, Alabama. A Cumulus.
This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. Protests in Israel have now spread to Washington, D.C. after Prime Minister Netanyahu fired his defense minister for opposing changes to the courts there. Correspondent Charlie D'Agata begins team coverage from the Foreign Desk.
Critics have come down hard on Netanyahu's highly controversial plans to overhaul the judicial system. The proposals would see government control over the appointment of judges, including the Supreme Court, while restricting the court's rights to veto legislation or rule against the government.
I'm Cammie McCormick. The Israeli Foreign Ministry Union has instructed its Israeli embassy staff worldwide to join the strike against the judicial overhaul. That includes the embassy here in the U.S. It is closed until further notice, and no consular services are being provided. But this call affects Israel's diplomatic missions around the world. Bankrupt SVB branches are opening under a new name today. CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger.
First Citizens Bank shares. Another large regional bank is purchasing large swaths of Silicon Valley Bank's assets.
The FDIC says First Citizens will take on all deposits and loans. Lives have been torn apart in rural Mississippi by an EF4 tornado that killed at least 26 people.
Trying to get what we can out of the roll. It's pretty shocking.
President Biden has declared a major disaster, and there's more severe weather in the forecast for parts of the South today. A nuclear-powered U.S. aircraft carrier has begun exercises with South Korean warships hours after another batch of missile tests by the North. Reporter Alex Jensen is in Seoul.
North Korea has made no secret of feeling threatened by joint U.S.-South Korean military drills, and its latest counter was a test involving 2 short-range ballistic missiles, according to the South's military. Despite the end of large-scale 11-day Allied drills, they are still holding exercises, including a drill at sea.
Twitter says it's looking for a leaker. CBS's Matt Piper.
Twitter has acknowledged through a legal filing yesterday that part of its source code has been leaked online. Source code is the computer code that runs the social media site. First reported by the New York Times, the legal document filed by Twitter asked the website GitHub to take down the code that someone posted.
It's a celebrity watcher's delight in London. First, Prince Harry made a surprise appearance at court in a privacy case against the tabloid Daily Mail today. Then Elton John showed up. S&P futures up 26. This is CBS News.
Streamline how you hire with Indeed. Their powerful hiring platform makes it easy to attract, interview, and hire candidates all in the same place. Visit Indeed.com/credits.
Have you Googled yourself lately? Are there negative posts from an ex-employee or a former client? Maybe an outdated news article or sensitive personal information about your family? Search engines don't always get it right, but right or wrong, it's your reputation on the line. That's where Reputation Defender by Norton comes in. One of the most trusted names in online reputation repair, Reputation Defender has been fixing people's search results for over 15 years. Their cutting-edge approaches help you to wipe away unwanted information in your search results. They also promote the good stuff so that it rises to the top, helping you put your best foot forward. Your good name is too valuable to leave to the whims of a Google algorithm. Take control with Reputation Defender. You can start by getting your free reputation report card at reputationdefender.com or call 800-401-6681 to speak to an expert. That's 800-401-6681.
Strikes are making it difficult to get around Germany today.
affected by the strike. Flights canceled, train stations deserted, commuters and long-distance travelers alike going nowhere. Well, everyone has a right to strike, this man says. It's not okay, this retiree says. Most of these workers are already paid well from my taxes. The unions are demanding inflation-busting pay hikes. So far, the answer's been no. Vicki Barker, CBS News, London.
We may have switched from sweats to real pants after the pandemic, but lots of us are still wearing Crocs.
The only decision you'll have to make is, what color should I get?
Last month, quarterly sales rose 61%. Overall, they're up 200% since 2019. And the company's stock has soared 167% since January of 2020. New York Times credits a steady stream of new styles. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Trustworthy, consistent, reliable, the best at what they do. This is what customers are saying about Janny King, the king of clean. From office buildings to schools, healthcare facilities, and stadiums, our local franchise owners provide the same quality clean at every level. Let us put our 35 years of experience to work for you. Go to JannyKingCleans.com now. That's JANNIKING Cleans.com. Franchise opportunities also available at JannyKingCleans.com.
Chico's knows. Chico's really knows. Chico's has served the River region for over 40 years. Now they invite you to get to know Chico's Auto Pros, an all-new full-service automotive service center specializing in 5-star customer service for all your collision repair, auto service, and tire needs. Conveniently located on Atlanta Highway, just minutes from the Eastern Bypass in downtown. Chico's also knows convenient loaner car service, after-hours key drop-off, and even financing options for all things auto. Call Chico's Auto Pros today at 239-9510. Chico's knows.
Montgomery, Prattville, and Columbus, Georgia. Matt Parsley here with Budget Car and Truck Sales. Is your nose running, your eyes burning, and feeling like your head's going to explode? I got your relief. It's my Budget Pollen Buster sale. Relief is here. MyBudgetOnline.com. Now through the end of March. Buy with just $149 down. $149 down? That'll dry you up with cash in your pocket. Eyes burning from those high payments on that trade-in? Need to lower your payment by hundreds or more? I'm paying up to $2,000, $3,000, and even $4,000 over book on the spot or some trade in 30 minutes with no online broken promises or scams. Been told no in the past? Don't fret it. Relief is finally here. Budget works with national lenders like Cap One and local credit unions. Budget's goal is to say yes
yes to your credit headaches, putting them in the past. Budget pollen busting sale ends soon. Don't miss it. For Montgomery, Prattville, and Columbus. BuyBudgetOnline.com. That's BuyBudgetOnline.com. BuyBudgetOnline.com.
Results of negotiations on 13 federal states. Bucks and discounts up to half before fees based on the average units at themselves. Strong orders inside the carries.
I just couldn't sleep because I was stressed, and it felt like my entire life was falling apart. Debt was destroying my life.
If you have over $10,000 in credit card debt and feel overwhelmed, we're ready to help. We're Credit Associates, and we've helped tens of thousands of people, good, hard-working, freedom-loving folks who need assistance getting out from under crushing debt. Credit Associates Debt Relief Program can allow you to reduce your total credit card debt by up to half and become debt-free in a fraction of the time.
Credit Associates is so incredible and very respectful. They really understood. I wish I had called them sooner.
Stop losing sleep because of debt. Call 800-833-7563. That's 800-833-7563. Or text NEWS to 62500. Find out how we can help cut your debt in half by calling 800-833-7563 or text NEWS to 62500.
This is Jeff Marenko with Chappie's Deli and Mike Costanza with Chappie's Deli. Mike, let's get Chat GPT to write this commercial for us. Chat GPT? Yes, artificial intelligence, AI. It will do anything. What? We don't need that. Wait, it's coming in now. Holy cow. Listen to this. Chappie's Deli has everything, from a classic Reuben to salads. Chappie's has something for everyone. Taste the difference. Chappie's Deli has 4 convenient locations. But we have 5 locations. It's making mistakes. We don't need Chatterbox or whatever it's called to do a commercial. Listen to this. Visit Chappie's Deli today and see Mike Costanza. Wait, what's this called? Chat GPT? Give me that. We're really onto something here. Oh, brother. Folks, come out and chat with us at Chappie's Deli. Perryville, Pepper Tree, Baptist South, Prattville, and all.
Did you know that colon cancer is the second leading cause of cancer deaths in America and that it affects men and women equally? If you are 45 or older, Rumshaker encourages you to talk to your doctor about screening options that are available. Colon cancer is preventable, treatable, and beatable, but early detection is the key. For more information, please visit us at www.rumshakerinc.org. That's rumshakerinc.org.
Telling it like it really is. It's the Dan Bongino Show, weekdays from 11 to 2 on News Radio 1440.
Okay, we're back. Talk about something, Dave, that it's something that is out there and it's coming at us 100 miles an hour. And if our kids are not qualified, then we think going to jail now. We got a lot of folks killing each other now, shooting each other now. Well, wait till they're absolutely nothing to do. No jobs, no possibility of getting a job, because somebody gave an IEP in schools, in our public schools, told them they were disabled and they couldn't do jack. Okay, then. Okay, that's what's going to happen. Anyway, good morning. 860-1440 is your number here. Want to give us a call up, talk to you, whatever on your mind this morning. Talking about artificial learning, AI, artificial intelligence. Of course, there are some people walking around with artificial intelligence already. We got a phone record. Hey, thanks for holding. Fine. Mm-hmm. So does alcohol pretty much do the same thing or not? So why is it that you are good for you, but you, Right, but you get drunk on the week. You get drunk on the weekend. Everybody knows, and you come back to work, and it's okay. Like the one guy was saying. But if you smoked marijuana 2 weeks ago and it's still in your system, then you get fired. There's something that's not quite fair about that. But yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. Well, sometimes. Okay. Mm, mm-hmm. Mm. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. All right then. Is it? Mm. Mm. But the impediment, but the impediment here is the school system. It ain't necessarily the parents. It ain't necessarily. It's the school system itself, letting people do things that we know is not right, and giving them this IEP crap, and gives them permission to act any way they want to act. I mean, we know what the problem is. And and it may be right. That's not the problem solver. I agree with you. Yeah, yeah. It's not the problem. Yes. Uh, well, the teachers, right, but the teachers, right, but the teachers are at the behest of the administration and the people at the head shed. So even though most of them know what to do because they've all been to school, they know what you should do. They cannot do it because they have been told that they can't. They've been told that they can't. I just, right. But you'll have to lose your job. You'll have to lose your job. Yeah, yeah. You have to lose. You do. You got to be willing. Yeah, absolutely. But I guess people are not willing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They will. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They will. I appreciate it, but I think this thing is going on too far and too fast to try to change it. I just think best you can do is work with it and try to get rid of bad leadership. That's one thing. Good morning. Who's this? Yes. But so is alcohol, though. So, yeah, I did see that last week. Yeah. All right. Appreciate it. I mean, it has to do something for you, or else people wouldn't smoke it. It has some effect on you. Good morning. I got you, brother. Okay, how many times you gonna call back now? Be nice. And again, every drug that you take, be it an aspirin, be it a leave, they all have some side effects because they're synthetics. But again, normally you only take some of these things because you have to. I mean, nobody has to. Well, I don't know. They say marijuana helps you with pain management, and so I mean, some people are just, I don't know. I don't have good. And this conversation started out on AI because it's coming, and it's going to put a lot of folks who smoke, who right now are sitting around smoking marijuana. You won't have a job to go back to. And my thing is that what are we going to do then? Okay, what unless everybody gets their own AI, everybody gets their own AI robot, and you send your robot to work, and if your robot don't show up, you don't get paid. That's the only thing I can think of. Everybody gets their own work robot. Okay, Johnny, I'll drop you off at the plant, and I'll be back to pick you up later on. I mean, because he ain't gonna ask for any pay or anything like that. So it is an interesting world we live in. But I just don't want our kids to be the kids who get the most important news last after it's already gone into it. Even McDonald's in some places, they are putting machines in place of people, okay, at some restaurant. That's what they're doing. And they're always going to take the job of always going to take the job of the last hired, or probably be the first fired. I'm just saying. So this AI thing it's serious now. You cannot say, well, that's for the rich people. I'm sorry, that's going to make rich people even richer because they don't have to pay you anything. So I don't know. I mean, if the man don't want you to smoke marijuana, just don't smoke marijuana. Good morning. Yes, pretty good. Turn that down. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Because because managers for the most part merely get paid to think. Whereas if AI mimics the ability to think like human beings, then you'll need them. Mm-hmm. Do you believe there can be a marriage between the two? Mm, mm. Right, right, right. And we're not talking about so long away. We're not talking about, we, yeah. Hmm. And now right, right. The negative side of this is this. Man, I remember watching Jurassic Park, and Goldblum said, he said, man will find a way to survive. I mean, he said nature will find a way to survive. And if you put a lot of people out of work, we haven't seen anything. If you think what happened in Washington D.C. on January the 6th or something, you tell people that they're jobless. Yeah, Martin Luther King said we may have come over here on different ships, but we're in the same boat now. Hmm. All right, appreciate it. Talking about AI, just so I was reading about over the weekend, and what's going to happen when people are job, and in other words, that job is gone away because AI has taken it over, and it's coming. Good morning. Who's this? Yes. Hmm. No, nobody. But again, right. But I gotta tell you though, then what do we sacrifice in this scenario? Do we sacrifice the future, which is our kids? But because the teachers, right, but the teachers are, again, I'm not putting it all on teachers because the teachers work for somebody too. It is the administrators and who have come down with these stupid rules where you can't put a kid out more than 10 days for the whole year. He can be big as hell raiser that there is in school, but they got to let him in. I mean, who ever heard of such a thing? Listen, I can't remember who mine is. Yeah, yeah. Well, mm-hmm. Was in between. Yeah, I don't. I never been drug tested for a job, so I don't wouldn't know. But yeah, yeah, mm, yeah, yeah. I don't know. I've never had a job where you got drug tested. I mean, the army we did. Yeah, in the army we did. But other than that, I haven't had a job to do that. And since I didn't take drugs, I didn't worry about it. I just went on Pete in the cup and said, "Hey, here's your lemonade." So, mm. All right, man. Appreciate it. And it really, it's got to be more than just getting high. I think there's got to be some other dynamic that's going on. I'm just saying, we got we got to do something. Yeah. Although people want to get high, and you're gonna be unemployed. Yeah. Because I got high. We'll be back.
The job for expensive professionals. Well, at Blindster,
Until I got high.
Screwdriver, you can install
Until I got high. Till I got high. Till I got high.
Morning rain and storms today, about 1 a.m., and some of those storms could be strong too.
I wouldn't even know how to smoke though.
Afternoon, things quiet down, we dry out, and the sun comes back out. Temperatures today will be well up into the 70s. For tonight, we'll be down into the 50s. It should be a quiet night with some rain late, and that rain will continue into the first half of Tuesday. Tuesday highs around 70, then we're dry.
That's your first alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Seabury for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. Right now, things are looking good. Nothing's being reported by the authorities. To see you on an alternate route, interstate system moving smoothly. Keep listening. We'll keep you posted. Invisible Fence has indoor and outdoor systems. Not only do they help keep your pets safe, they've got the perfect start training method that makes all the difference. Call Vicky at Invisible Fence 265-2585. Buckle up for Montgomery Skywatch traffic. This is
Selecting the best choice of tires can be confusing with all the brands and options available. Trust the number one rated tire pros in Montgomery at Chico's Auto Pros for your tire needs.
With Kevin Elkins in the morning, Dan Bongino for the midday, and Sean Hannity for your afternoon. It's News Radio 1440 all day. Depend on it.
At American Oak, we've overfilled our warehouse. We have a huge problem. There is more inventory than the newly built warehouse can hold, so we must dump some inventory at up to 70% off. This Thursday through Saturday, 3 big days, we're having a huge warehouse inventory relinquishment sale. Bring the decision maker, tape measure, and a trailer. These items won't last long at these low prices. Check it out on Facebook or buy on our website. It's first
Today,
available.
we're talking
It's
about
the biggest
artificial
package sale the river
intelligence.
region has ever seen in American Oak.
Steve, thank you for the pricing outlet at American Oak. We have a huge problem.
We have more inventory than the new warehouse can hold.
So we must dump some inventory at up to 70% off.
This Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, 3 big days. We're having a huge warehouse inventory relinquishment sale.
Now bring the decision maker, tape measure, and trailer. These items won't last long at these low prices.
Check it out on Facebook, buy on our website.
Don't miss the biggest furniture sell-off the River Region has ever seen. Trusted furniture outlet at American Oak.
Hey folks, this is Major Delay. Not too long ago, I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. Now, few things are as important as the health of my teeth. First order of business, have to be checked out for diabetes. Without hesitation, I told my doctor, I'm going to Dr. Brian Kelly.
Well, somebody,
I went to his
AI may have come up with the program.
East. The staff was friendly and professional. I was in and out in less than 30 minutes. And in that short span of time, with a few simple observations, Dr. Kelly shed light on 2 major issues I had had with my feet and ankles all my life. I was amazed. Not only was the checkup quick and easy, I felt comfortable and informed. He even recommended certain running shoes that better fit the structure of my feet. And your insurance even pays for annual visits to podiatrists to better your health. No referral necessary for most insurance. Hey, walk, crawl, limp, roll, any way you can get there. Let's see Dr. Brian Kelly at Greenville Foot Care. Call for an appointment 334-265-7585 or check out greenvillefootcare.com.
No representation is made as to the quality of podiatric services to be performed or as to the expertise of podiatrists performing such services.
The U.S. Supreme Court was established on the principles of fairness, dignity, and impartiality, but it's really a mess. I'm Leon Nabok, and I want to tell you about a new show I'm working on. It's called 5 to 4. 9 justices that compose the Supreme Court are not the smartest people in the country.
No.
We are. That's what every week, Peter, Rhiannon, and Michael are going to take on a legally dubious Supreme Court decision. Listen and subscribe to 5 to 4, free wherever you get your podcasts, from the Westwood One Podcast Network, where the conversation starts.
For most of Alabama, ticks and mosquitoes are more abundant from late spring to early fall. If you spend time outdoors or have pets that go outside, you need to be aware of the diseases they can carry to help protect yourself and your family. Prevention is key in safeguarding against tick and mosquito-borne diseases. For more information and tips on how to protect you and your family from these pests, Visit our website at alabamapublichealth.gov. Again, visit our website at alabamapublichealth.gov.
Telling it like it really is.
That's the fact, Jack!
It's the Dan Bongino Show, weekdays from 11 to 2 on News Radio 1440.
And we are back. Well, we're talking about the workforce today and the workforce of tomorrow and technology incorporated with all that stuff. And it seems in our society today, people just want to get high. You know, they just want to get high. I've never been high yet. I thought about it. You know, but then I may forget where I am. But I got high. Gonna get high. Gonna get high. Gonna get high. Okay, so everybody wants to get high. I've never been high. So I wonder, should I get high at least once just to see what it feels like? Man, but I'm afraid if I get high once, I'll probably want to get high all the time. So I'm going to leave getting high alone. You know, my brother's got high enough for me. So I'm just going to leave that alone. After 65 years, I haven't got high yet. Okay, at least I never got high when I knew I was high because I don't know what it feels like to be high. So being around someone on that Mary Jo back in the day, I could have been high. I just didn't know it. I'm just saying, you know, maybe it's one of those things that, you know, I don't know. You got to know when you're high. Okay, if you're high, do you know it? That's my thing. If you're high, do you know it? Probably don't know it. I don't know. Is there a professional high person out there this morning that could educate me on the, on the high thing? Because I like to know what it feels like. Okay. Anyway, up to 80% of workers in the United States will see their jobs impacted by AI. 80%. A new research claims that staggering amount of employees could see their careers impacted by the rise of ChatGPT, or a shocking intelligent chatbot released in November. Researchers from OpenAI and the University of Pennsylvania argued in a new research paper that 80% of the U.S. workforce could have at least 10% of their work tasks affected by AI. 80%. Whoa. Good morning. Who's this? No, never have. But no, never drank anything. What's that? On Smoking the Bandit. well, I know smoking. Oh yeah. Of course I heard of those. That's what brought Al Capone and everybody into power. But I never drank. I mean, so it didn't affect me. No, I haven't. And one of the reasons I never tasted because I saw a lot of guys, especially E18, E9, get in trouble over DUI and all that. So I said, listen, ain't nothing that good. And then you got young guys say, well, I did it because they did it. I said, you only do things because you want to do them. And I made it strict that I wasn't going to drink. If I drink, it's because I wanted to do it, not because somebody pressured me to do it. And you're right. Going to the NCO club, asking for a milk, kind of get people looked at you. you know, but yeah. All right, yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, you know, you go out to Fort Benning down there, you know, you go to the club and you say, hey, give me a milk or a Coke, you know, and the lady next to you who think you finna buy her a drink, she know you ain't finna buy her nothing. So, yeah, she go the other way too. Hey, what can I tell you? 860-1440 is the number here. You want to give us a call, love talk to you about something in your mind. 837 in the morning. 80% of workers could see their jobs impacted by it. 80, that means 8 out of 10 jobs will at some point in the very near future will be affected by AI. I'm just giving you the heads up on it now, so when it happens, you won't know. You'll know about it. You'll know that it's coming. Also, Troup County, Georgia, tornado nearly it crashed 100 structures and nobody was dead in there. But in Mississippi, our prayers and our encouragement goes out to the folks in Mississippi right now. I mean, that's tough down there. There's been a suspect arrested in the Montgomery case, a homicide case. Of course, we have 22 murders this year. At this time last year, we had 12. And the question is, what has brought all of this on? Now, everybody walk around with a gun. We ought to repeal this law. Although the problem with repealing the law is that you're still going to have people who want a gun get one. Okay. President Biden declared Mississippi a disaster area after 26 people were killed. Tornado warnings issued in Georgia and in Alabama last night. The Mississippi towns of Rolling Fork and Silver City in Sharkey and Humphreys counties, respectively, were hit particularly hard by the tornado, according to the National Weather Service. A large portion of Mississippi could have seen severe storms Sunday evening, the Mississippi Emergency Management Agency said, adding that residents should expect damaging wind gusts and tornadoes cannot be ruled out. In Alabama, the National Weather Service reported intense hailstorms early on Sunday morning. Georgia bore the brunt of a storm early Sunday with at least one tornado causing minor injuries, briefly trapping people and damaging buildings throughout Troup County, about 75 miles south of Atlanta. Two tigers, as a matter of fact, in Atlanta, got loose. They escaped their enclosure for a couple of hours. Okay, see, we need to fix that. Okay, I don't care what needs to be done. Yeah, if you let two tigers out, yeah, and when they look at you, all they see is lunch. I'm just telling you, we need to fix that up there in Georgia. Okay, so now just bring me, bring me some. What I would like to have Montgomery to have someplace, an aquarium. I would love to go to an aquarium and see all the fishes. Okay, I don't want to have to go to Georgia to see fishes. Okay, I'm just saying. All right. Another suspect. Montgomery police have charged a man in connection with a fatal shooting that happened Tuesday afternoon. Police and paramedics responded to 4700 block of South Court Street shortly before 12:30 p.m. They located the victim. Police identified the victim as, unfortunately, as 34-year-old Roderick Mosley. Circumstances surrounding the shooting are not clear. However, police took a suspect into custody at the scene. Okay. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. Shooting. I don't know what's going on. Let me see. Anything else worth talking about here? I don't see. Until I got high. That song's going to be with me all day long. Until I got high. Okay. Although I'm going to have to get high at least once just to see what it's like. I mean, just to see whether or not whether or not I actually have the ability to get high. I don't know if I do or not, but yeah, I'm gonna try that. But I gotta be in a room by myself. Now, what should I get high on? Should I have a beer? Probably one beer will do it. Probably one beer will just absolutely knock me out and it'll be over. Then you say, where Elkins at? Well, he's not here. He was here, but he's not here. I mean, we don't know where he is. Okay. Anyway, the greatest attribute a human being can have? Anybody know? The greatest attribute a human being can have is humility. Right? It is the one thing that people can access that can change their own life. We're the only species, the only one, that can change our life lot by changing our attitude. And I know that, did you? We're the only group. I mean, dog don't know how to change his attitude. Roach don't know how to change their attitude. They don't know how to change it. They're just stuck where they are. That's all. They just got to do what they got to do. I'm just saying, you might want to think about that sometime. You can change your attitude and change where you are. Okay, I'm just saying. I'm thinking you might want to do that. So let me take my last break, an hour, and we'll come back and talk about other things. There are some more important things going on. So you guys hang loose, okay? And we'll be back. And do you guys know that the retro screens are coming back? I can't believe it. I mean, the vinyl is coming back. I even seen somebody who bought a brand new record player. I mean, who, who does that? We're going backwards. Well, bring back the CD player. We'll be back.
Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com, and I sell custom blinds designed for do-it-yourselfers. Unlike stock blinds offered at big box retailers, Blindster blinds are custom made for your windows and shipping is free. Don't hire an expensive pro. Do it yourself and save big at Blindster.com.
Morning rain and storms today through about lunchtime, and some of those storms could be strong to severe, something to keep in mind. By later this afternoon, things quiet down, we dry out, and the sun comes back out. Temperatures today will be well up into the 70s. For tonight, we'll be down into the 50s. It should be a quiet night with some rain late, and that rain will continue into the first half of Tuesday. Tuesday highs around 70, then we're dry.
That's your first alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Seabury for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Hello, Montgomery. Right now, things are looking good. Nothing's being reported by the authorities that would send anyone on an alternate route. You keep listening, and we'll keep you posted with the latest and the most accurate traffic conditions on the radio. The new Toyotas are arriving daily at Reinhardt Toyota. Camrys, Corollas, Tundras, Tacomas, they go fast. Reinhardt Toyota on the East Boulevard. Buckle up, it's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch traffic, this is Major Delay.
Call the tire experts at Chico's Auto Pros, where you'll get the price match guarantee and free extras like roadside assistance, local towing, and free balance and rotation. Chico's Auto Pros.
I'm Martin Hope, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I love Navage. I've told you about how your nose is the body's air filter. That Navage's powered suction will help flush
Did
out
the boy go to school?
viruses, mucus, and germs. And that Navage will help you breathe better. But what do other people say about it?
Is he going to school?
Quote, my doctor wanted me to do several dances for my allergies, but I've never been able to successfully use a neti pot. Navage uses suction power, so it's
Okay, I was just wondering.
There are nights when I'll have particularly bothersome allergies.
Okay.
I'll bust it out, and the results are immediate. It's such a relief. It's become a lifesaver. Unquote. She's one of over 100,000 online reviews praising Navage, the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million people to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Target, Rite Aid, and online. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E, clean nose, healthy life.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job in ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Montgomery, Prattville, and Columbus, Georgia. Matt Parsley here with Budget Car and Truck Sales. Is your nose running, your eyes burning, and feeling like your head's going to explode? I've got your relief. It's my Budget Pollen Buster sale. Relief is here. BuyBudgetOnline.com. Now through the end of March. Buy with just $149 down. $149 down? That'll dry you up with cash in your pocket. Eyes burning from those high payments on that trade-in? Need to lower your payment by hundreds or more? I'm paying up to $2,000, $3,000, and even $4,000 overbook on the spot on some trades in 30 minutes with no online broken promises or scams. Been told no in the past? Don't fret it. Relief is finally here. Budget works with national lenders like Cap One and local credit unions. Budget's goal is to say yes, and that's yes to your credit headaches, putting them in the past. Budget's pollen busting sale ends soon. Don't miss it. For Montgomery, Prattville, and Columbus. BuyBudgetOnline.com. That's BuyBudgetOnline.com. BuyBudgetOnline.com. $49 down, 60 monthly payments, $17.48, $1,000, 49%. Interest off is $92.
Is the voice of the conservative millennial. I'm Ben Shapiro. The Ben Shapiro Show. Monday night at 8 p.m. on News Radio 1440. Depend on it.
Okay, all right. Anyway, good morning to you. Hope to stay fine to you. I've been trying to get my 501c back, and I still think I had a great idea. There's a lot of work. I got these things. I got a 501c. I did something about 2 years ago, and I got frustrated with the whole trying to convince people this, trying to convince people that, and but my remotivated me to do again, start over again, helping me out. So now I need a logo creator. I mean, I got something I'm trying to create with that. If there's a piece of software out there that allows me to put images together, make them like logos out of it, or do I actually need a Mac to do this? But if I have to, I will. I can do some things in PCs, but Mac takes the logo. So, yeah, I'm working it out right now. I'm working it out. As a matter of fact, I'm actually putting together a board of directors. The only thing that I do ask that you have had some military training. Because I don't want to have to explain this to you. Because we believe in getting things done, mission and all that kind of stuff. So if you're interested, you can text me 274-3411 and just tell me who you are, and I'll call you back. If you're interested in doing anything, all I ask is that you have some military background. We will understand one another when it comes to this. There are two groups of people in America that are the least used group of people in leadership positions than any other group of people in this country. Who are they? They're military retired, military got out, and our colleges and universities. Now, if you're up in Harvard or places like that, then you have access to those people. But in Montgomery, you really don't. I see the sorority people and the fraternity people are giving a check in and check here, but they really are not involved in an instrumental way to help the younger folks a little bit younger than they are. And I came up with a system that actually puts those two groups of people together. And one, the old military kids who've been there, done that, been to the place that we see on maps that kids have never been to. And it's a way to use AUM, Alabama State, Shore State, a way to use their presence in our community to help us. And up until now, we've never had an organization that put those together. Those together to help the kids that are in the middle. And that's the kind of organization I'm trying to put together anyway. And we'll see if it works. Good morning, who's this? All righty then. So, so if you're interested, 274-3411, just text me, and I will, again, I need a group of about 4 or 5 former military folks, or retired military folks. Didn't make any difference whether you can find it as a private or whether you got as a private or general. You still have the basic fundamentals of the structure. And not the voter stuff that we're trying to do it there. But we need to do something different to reach our kids. And because what we're doing now don't seem to be working. So these are the kids that get shooting each other. These are the kids. I don't know what it was all about, whether or not we gave too many IEPs, or whether or not we gave, but it's interesting. It's an interesting thing that we put together. When I say we, I mean it was me years ago, and I just let it go. But I see right now it is needed more now than it ever been. What we're trying to get together. So, if you're interested, 274-3411, just text me and I'll call you back or something if you're interested. Because I'm trying to get some people on this board. I talked to a couple of people already, but some didn't meet my test. So, no, it's not a total military kind of thing, but the foundation is based on, which is where I grew up. I mean, I grew up in the Army. And when I got there, I wasn't the best student they ever had. I wasn't the best student they ever had. But by the time to do something, put a tree on my head in that snow, I realized where I was. So anyway, so if you're interested, I'm looking for about 4 or 5 people sit on the board. And again, you can reach me 274-3411. Just text me or call me, whatever. Text me would be the best way to get me. Okay, if you're interested. If you're not, I still love you. Okay. 8:54 in the morning. Anything else we got to talk about before we go? And and I'm not really don't care if it's female or male. I know that's showing my growth. I don't care if it's female or male. As long as you've had a military background, and you will need to be somewhat agile. Okay, not too agile, but you got to be like kind of like me. Moving along. You got to be somewhat agile. But then again, unless you got a fantastic brain, then we'll forget the agility. Anyway, let's see what else is going on. Oh, so what's going on? You might know what's going on with the $400 that the governor is trying to give us. I haven't heard anything from my local representatives because you never hear anything from them. They go to one part of town to get this part. What about that $400 thing, $800 per family? Do we poo-poo on that one? And I don't hear much talk about no tax on food again. But every time they bring that up, it never passes because all they're going to do is take the tax from the food that they say they give them, and they're going to put it someplace else. So we're not going to benefit from anything. We're not going to benefit from no tax on food if they turn around and put it on my side. Okay, let it stay where it is. Because first of all, if you get food stamps, you can pay tax on food nowhere. Get some of those. Good morning, who's this? Yes. Mm-hmm. What is it? Mm. Mm-hmm. I appreciate it. Well, I hope it's not too late to change to change something. I think we're in the restricted stage of doing things. Whether we do it or not, then that's going to be up to us. think we can redeem ourselves, at least to some extent. Hopefully we can anyway. Anyway, my time is up. So let's see here. Okay, I gotta go. And right now, and so we'll be back tomorrow. The good Lord says the same. I was supposed to have a guy come up here talking about money today. Okay, I don't know where he went. I don't know where he went, but he didn't show up. Maybe he called me the wrong number. I was waiting on him, and we're going to talk about money because we need to talk. We need to talk about money. I mean, money is a big deal, right? We got how to keep it, how to get it, what to do with it once you have it, and what not to do with it. Like me, 20 years I didn't put no money in the 401k. I would kick myself in the butt. Let me let you think that. See ya.
Reliable, the best at what we do. This is what customers are saying about Janny King, the king of clean. From office buildings to schools, healthcare facilities, and stadiums, our local franchise owners provide the same quality clean at every level. This is 5 years of experience to work for you.
Oh, guys. Yes, it's time to go. Talk about something different today besides black and white.
Your WSFA
Have a good day.
weather forecast.